is Grace Davenport, and today we're going to be talking about AI, IVF, and cloning in the livestock industry. So what is AI and why do we do it? AI is the process of collecting sperm cells from a donor male and then depositing them into an ovulating female in order to achieve pregnancy, according to Science Direct. So what does this process exactly look like? First, we're going to collect our semen from, say, this bowl. That semen will be placed in a straw, and then this straw will be put into a catheter. The catheter will then be inserted into the body of the uterus, the semen will be deposited, and hopefully, just a short while later, our cow falls pregnant. So why do we do AI? AI is for genetic selection. We're not needing a sire on site, which makes it a lot more safe for humans and animals. It's a lot easier on the animal in breeding season. Breeding season can be extremely stressful for some animals, and overall this can just give them a more comfortable experience, especially if it's one of their first times. And then this is also more cost efficient. I'm not having to go out and buy my own bull, but I can buy the semen that I might want the genetics from and overall improve the genetic quality of my herd. Next, we're going to be talking about in vitro fertilization. What is IVF and why do we do it? IVF is a medical procedure whereby an egg is fertilized by the sperm outside of the body, according to Oxford Languages. So what does this process look like? We're going to collect the semen, we're also going to collect an embryo, and then those two will be fertilized outside of the body in a lab, in a test tube or petri dish, and then we're going to place that fertilized embryo into a different recipient. Why do we do IVF? We're able to do genetic selection, we're able to breed animals younger, we're able to have sex semen, so we're able to determine if we want male or female offspring, and then we're also able to produce more offspring in a shorter time period. So annually, this goat would only be able to produce about 2 offspring on her own, whereas if we were to collect her eggs and place them into other recipients, we'd be able to produce, say, 10 or 12 annually. And then this also, if we have a really high genetic quality animal that we want to, keep her healthy and not have that stress of having to carry kids and deliver them, we're able to place them into recipients and remove that stress on that singular animal. And then now we're going to be talking about cloning. What is cloning and why do we do it in the livestock industry? This process is used to create an exact genetic replica of another cell, tissue, or organism, according to Medline Plus. So what does this process look like? This process looks like collecting the nucleus of somatic cells, which is any skin, hair cell, for example, from the sheep, and then we're going to take an egg cell, we're going to remove the genetic information from that, and then we're going to give it a slight shock, which will stimulate it for growth, and then we will put those two together to fertilize that embryo, and then that embryo will be placed into a recipient, and hopefully a short while later, we have a clone. Why do we do cloning? Similar to IVF and AI, we do it for genetic selection. We're able to produce better milk, meat, and fiber products, and we're able to preserve quality genetics, which was really important. Instead of having to rebreed for those specific genetics, we can just clone and have those high quality genetics right there. So this is my works cited. I hope you learned a lot more about AI, IVF, and cloning in the livestock industry.